Ever felt a little tug, keeping you from the joy you deserve? Curious about those tiny shifts that can lead to a big impact? Well, get ready for a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. We'll explore 20 things you can quietly let go of. Are you geared up for the road to happiness and purpose, eager to welcome positive change into your life? Come along, where small steps lead to big transformations, and finding your way to fulfillment is just a step away. Number 1, negative self-talk, unleashing the power of positivity. Let's talk about that little voice inside our heads, the one that sometimes says things that make us doubt ourselves. It's called negative self-talk, and it's like a sneaky enemy that messes with our confidence and stops us from growing. But guess what? It's time to kick it out. Think of it as changing a radio station. Instead of the station playing self-doubt, let's switch it to self-encouragement and positive affirmations. This simple shift in thinking can change everything. It's like putting on a pair of glasses that make us see ourselves and face life's challenges in a better way. Let's celebrate even the smallest victories and build a strong foundation for bouncing back and feeling good about who we are. In ancient times, a wise person named Epictetus said something cool. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. So let's choose positivity and celebrate our achievements, no matter how small, because that builds resilience and makes us feel worthy. Number 2, unhealthy relationships, nurturing connections that uplift. Imagine life as a big tapestry, and our friends and people around us are like threads in that tapestry. Now, some threads can make the whole thing beautiful, while others can make it messy. Toxic relationships are like the messy threads. They can suck away our energy, make us feel bad about ourselves, and stop us from growing. In the philosophy of Stoicism, there's this idea of choosing our friends wisely. Seneca, a wise Stoic, said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." So, it's important to look at our connections and, if needed, let go of the ones that aren't making our lives better. Surrounding ourselves with people who lift us up is like having good threads in our tapestry. These are the people who celebrate our successes, cheer us on, and give us comfort when things get tough. Life's journey becomes much more fun and rewarding when we have friends like that. Number 3, excessive screen time, reclaiming moments for meaningful living. Okay, let's talk about screens, the ones we stare at a lot. In this time of lots of technology, spending too much time on screens can make us miss out on real-life adventures. Like mindlessly scrolling through social media or watching too many videos can make us feel a bit empty inside. The Stoics, like Seneca, would tell us to live in tune with nature. So, let's take a moment and think about reclaiming our time from screens. Imagine redirecting our focus to activities that make our brains and bodies happy. Things like going for a walk, reading a book, or talking with friends. It's like finding a balance between the digital world and the real world, which not only makes us feel better, but also helps us see the beauty beyond the screen. Number 4, perfectionism, embracing imperfection as a catalyst for growth. All right, perfectionism. The idea of trying to be perfect all the time. It sounds good, but it can make us frustrated and tired. The Stoics, like Seneca again, would say, "He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive." In simpler terms, trying too hard to be perfect can stop us from doing awesome things. So what if we ease up a bit? Imperfections are like the bumps in the road of life. They're normal, and everyone has them. Let's drop the idea of being flawless and open the door to being kinder to ourselves and others. Instead of aiming for perfect, let's aim for progress. Mistakes become cool lessons that help us move forward in our personal and professional lives. It's like learning to ride a bike. You might fall, but each fall teaches you how to balance and ride better. Let's embrace imperfection and enjoy the journey of growing into the awesome person we are meant to be. Number 5, unrealistic expectations, a balancing act for emotional well-being. All right, let's talk about expectations, those things we hope will happen. Managing expectations is like walking a tightrope that can affect how we feel inside. If we expect too much and it doesn't happen, it can make us feel disappointed and stressed out. So it's like finding the sweet spot between dreaming big and being practical. The ancient Stoics had a saying, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." It means sometimes what we imagine might happen is worse than what really happens. So, learning to set goals that we can actually achieve makes us feel accomplished and satisfied. Balancing what we hope for with what we can realistically do helps us face life's challenges with strength and grace. Number 6, clutter. The art of decluttering for mental serenity. Picture this: our surroundings reflect what's going on inside our minds. If our physical space is messy and full of stuff, it can make our minds feel messy too, causing stress and messing with our productivity. Now, here's the good part. Decluttering, or cleaning up our physical space, can do wonders for our mental clarity and calmness. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, would say, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." So let's quietly get rid of the extra stuff we don't need. When our living and working spaces are organized, it's like giving our minds a breath of fresh air. We can focus better, be more creative, and feel an overall sense of well-being. Number 7, unhealthy habits, the transformative power of lifestyle choices. Time to chat about habits, the things we do regularly. Some habits are awesome, but some can be harmful to our physical and mental health. Whether it's eating not-so-great food, not moving around enough, or other not-so-cool behaviors, changing them for the better can make a big difference. The Stoics believed in taking care of both the mind and body. Seneca said, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." So let's kick off those detrimental habits and bring in healthy alternatives. Creating routines that focus on well-being and self-care is like building a strong foundation for a happy life. It's not about being perfect. It's about feeling good in our own skin. Number 8, comparing yourself to others, embracing individuality in a world of comparisons. Ever find yourself looking at others and feeling like you don't measure up? It happens to the best of us, in a world that often says, "Look at them, be like them." Embracing who we are is like a superpower of self-love. The habit of always comparing ourselves to others can be heavy, like carrying around unnecessary baggage. In the philosophy of Stoicism, there's a lesson about focusing on what's within our control. We can't control what others do or achieve, but we can control how we appreciate our unique strengths and qualities. Let's quietly drop the comparison game and focus on our own journey. It's like saying, "I'm awesome, just the way I am." This shift fosters gratitude and contentment, guiding us towards a journey of authentic self. Number 9, fear of failure, transforming setbacks into stepping stones. The fear of failure, that gripping sensation that can hold us back, is like a heavy anchor preventing us from reaching for our dreams. It wraps around our aspirations, limiting our ability to take risks and learn from experiences. But what if we could change our perspective on failure? What if we could see it not as a roadblock, but as an essential part of the learning journey? To overcome this fear, we need to embrace failure as a natural and inevitable part of growing and learning. By doing so, we transform setbacks into opportunities for personal and professional growth. The key is to silently release the paralyzing fear associated with failure, paving the way for resilience and innovation. Rather than viewing failure as a roadblock, we can start seeing it as a stepping stone on our path to success. It becomes a valuable teacher, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and aiding in our overall development. Number 10, regret, letting go and embracing personal evolution. Regret is a heavy emotion anchored in the past, a weight that can hinder our present and future. It's like carrying a burden that holds us back from evolving and growing. But what if we could quietly let go of the mistakes of our past? What if we could embrace these mistakes as valuable lessons that contribute to our personal evolution? To free ourselves from the weight of regret, forgiveness becomes a powerful tool. By forgiving ourselves and others, we create a space for positive transformation. This involves redirecting our focus away from dwelling on past mistakes and towards the present and future. In doing so, we empower ourselves to make choices aligned with our values and aspirations. It's a journey towards finding purpose and fulfillment, unburdened by the weight of what could have been. Number 11, people-pleasing, prioritizing authenticity and self-care. The habit of constantly seeking approval from others at the expense of our own needs is a common challenge in our relationships. It's like trying to fit into a mold that sacrifices our authenticity. But what if we could eliminate this tendency? What if we could prioritize authenticity and self-care over the constant need for approval? To overcome the trap of people-pleasing, establishing healthy boundaries becomes essential. Silently eliminating the need for constant approval allows us to prioritize our own authenticity and well-being. It's about expressing our needs and desires genuinely, fostering connections that are more authentic. This shift promotes a sense of autonomy and self-worth, creating a healthier foundation for relationships. Number 12, multitasking, the art of singular focus for enhanced productivity. In a world that applauds multitasking, the value of singular focus often goes unnoticed. Juggling multiple tasks simultaneously may seem like the norm, but what if we could quietly eliminate this habit? What if we could approach each task with mindfulness and depth? By letting go of the multitasking mindset, we can enhance our productivity and sense of accomplishment. Quality often outshines quantity when we give our undivided attention to one task at a time. It's about acknowledging the power of concentration in a world filled with distractions, leading to a more fulfilling and effective approach to our endeavors. Number 13, unrealistic goals, breaking down aspirations into achievable steps. Setting goals is a wonderful way to strive for better things in life, but sometimes these goals can be like unreachable stars, making us feel frustrated and not good enough. Imagine if we could take away that heavy pressure of expecting too much from ourselves. The secret lies in breaking down those big goals into smaller, doable steps. It's like turning a big puzzle into smaller, manageable pieces. By doing this, not only do our dreams become more reachable, but we also get to celebrate the small wins along the way. It's like taking joyful steps on the path of personal growth, one achievable goal at a time. Picture this. Instead of seeing a massive mountain you have to climb, you see a series of hills that you can conquer. Each small step becomes a victory, propelling you forward with a sense of accomplishment. It's about making the journey enjoyable, where success is not this distant, intimidating thing, but a collection of everyday triumphs. Number 14, mindless consumption, nourishing the mind and body with intention. We often find ourselves eating without really thinking, scrolling endlessly through our phones, or buying things we don't really need. All these mindless actions can leave us feeling empty and unsatisfied. But what if we could change that? What if we could make our choices more intentional? It's about choosing quality over quantity, not just in what we eat, but also in what we watch and what we own. Imagine waking up each day and consciously deciding what you let into your life. You savor every bite of your meal, not just gobbling it down mindlessly. You pick activities that truly bring you joy, not just something to pass the time. Your possessions are carefully chosen, each holding a purpose and value. This intentional living leads to a more fulfilling and purposeful life, where each choice contributes to your overall well-being and happiness. Number 15, guilt, liberating yourself from unnecessary burdens. Guilt can be like a heavy backpack full of unnecessary things, dragging us down. It often comes from mistakes we made in the past, making us feel weighed down. What if we could take off that heavy burden? It's about recognizing our mistakes, learning from them, and then moving forward. Think about it as cleaning out a cluttered room. You assess each item, deciding what to keep and what to let go of. In the same way, you acknowledge your past, understanding the lessons it holds, and then release what no longer serves you. Letting go of unnecessary guilt becomes a powerful tool for your own freedom. It's like setting yourself free from chains that were never needed, making space for personal growth and positive changes. Number 16, chronic stress, embracing practices for inner peace. Imagine a life where stress doesn't have a tight grip on us. Picture a serene place within ourselves, resilient and calm even when life gets tough. How can we achieve this? By embracing practices that bring inner peace. It could be through meditation, mindfulness, or any activity that soothes our soul. Envision creating a daily sanctuary for yourself, a moment of tranquility in the chaos. You start your day with a few minutes of mindful breathing, setting a positive tone. Throughout the day, you engage in activities that bring you peace, like a short walk or moments of reflection. These practices create a sanctuary within us, a place where we can find peace amidst life's storms. It's about making our inner selves a resilient haven, ready to face whatever challenges come our way. Number 17, overcommitting, learning the art of saying no. In a world that often glorifies the hustle and bustle, where busyness is hailed as a sign of success, it's crucial to explore the incredible strength that comes with the simple word no. Overcommitting or saying yes to every demand can lead to exhaustion and compromise our overall effectiveness. The art of saying no becomes a powerful tool in navigating the delicate balance between productivity and personal well-being. Imagine this scenario as a busy marketplace. Each request or commitment is like a vendor trying to sell their goods to you. While all the offerings might seem appealing, saying yes to everything is like trying to carry an overflowing basket. Learning the art of saying no is akin to being selective in the marketplace of life. It ensures that the commitments we take on align with our values and goals, preventing overwhelm and fostering a more fulfilling journey. Number 18, lack of boundaries, nurturing healthy connections. In the grand symphony of life, establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries emerges as a key note, resonating with the harmony of self-love. Think of life as a dance, where boundaries become the choreography that shapes our interactions. By setting clear boundaries, we are essentially orchestrating our relationships and ensuring that only those elements that enrich our lives find a place in our personal space. Visualize these boundaries as the protective walls of a castle. They shield us from the onslaught of unnecessary demands, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. Nurturing healthy connections is like cultivating a flourishing garden within these walls. The relationships that bloom inside are the ones that contribute positively to our well-being. Boundaries are the gentle reminder that love and respect must be mutual, creating a balanced ecosystem of connections that elevate rather than deplete our energy. Number 19, unproductive worrying, channeling energy into solutions. Worrying can be compared to a turbulent storm, stirring up waves of anxiety and uncertainty. However, what if we could transform this chaotic energy into a force for positive change? Shifting the focus from unproductive worrying to proactive problem-solving is akin to harnessing the storm's energy to navigate towards calmer waters. Picture this transformation as a journey. Worrying is like being stuck in quicksand, sinking deeper with each anxious thought. Channeling energy into solutions is like finding a sturdy branch that helps pull us out. It's a conscious choice to redirect the mental energy towards constructive actions. This shift empowers us to view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth, transforming worry into a catalyst for resilience and problem-solving. Number 20. Living in the past or future, embracing the power of now. The present moment is a treasure trove of experiences, yet our minds often wander into the distant shores of the past or the uncertain territories of the future. Embracing the power of now is akin to unlocking this treasure, savoring the richness of life's offerings in the present. Consider time as a river. Dwelling in the past is like trying to swim against its current, constantly battling memories that have already flowed away. Worrying about the future is akin to standing on the riverbank, anticipating the twists and turns that are yet to come. Embracing the power of now is like floating along with the current, fully immersed in the beauty and spontaneity of the present moment. It's about recognizing that life's most profound moments unfold in the simplicity of being fully present in the now. As we conclude this transformative journey of self-discovery, remember that change often begins with the quiet elimination of what no longer serves you. By bidding farewell to these 20 elements, you've taken a bold step towards reclaiming your path to happiness and purpose. Embrace the newfound space you've created and allow it to be filled with joy, growth, and fulfillment. Your journey doesn't end here. It's an ongoing exploration of self-improvement and empowerment. May each quiet elimination be a reminder of your resilience and commitment to living a life that aligns with your truest self. As you step forward, carry the lessons learned and let them guide you toward a future rich with meaning. Thank you for joining us on this empowering adventure. Your path to a more fulfilled life continues, and we wish you every success on your journey. Please subscribe to the channel, and your comment is valuable for us.